Oh, hey, Wonder World. Couple little technical difficulties coming in hot today because, we can make everybody happy. The tech gods are fucking not always fucking doing exactly what we want them to do. Say hey when you're popping on because we've got your 100 wonderful ways coming in hot today, and we're talking all about list building secrets, how to build your email list. Because once upon a time, I had a coach tell me, hey, you have to have an email list. And I was like, fuck all that noise. I didn't want to have an email list. Do you want to know why? Because I don't open emails. Okay, I don't. I have 160,000 emails that I haven't fucking opened because I don't like email. I think email's fucking dumb. I didn't like it in the beginning of time when we first had email. I don't fucking like it now. My team handles my entire business email because I fucking hate email. I think it's a total waste of my fucking time and I hate fucking doing it, right? And so I was super resistant, and definitely did not want to build an email list. But my coach, my first coach, taught me something really, really important. And that is the fact that we don't own our social media. Okay. I just had a colleague. He has 12,000 people in his Facebook group. He's made millions of dollars with this fucking thing. Facebook came in last week, shut that shit down. Okay, he no longer has a Facebook group. It doesn't exist. Yes, for all my friends in the audience, are like, he can appeal it. Bitch, he did. Like he's a millionaire. He's made millions of dollars. He's obviously fucking appealed it, right? And yeah, he did not get that back. Okay, he did not get that back. He's not gonna get it back. And so this is something that you got to understand. You don't own your fucking social media. You are not the CEO of your Facebook group. You do not own your Instagram account. That is not a fucking thing. Okay. What you do own is your email. So even if you think it's fucking dumb, even if you don't like it, you need an email list. And this should be of top main fucking priority to you to be creating this email list. Okay. So literally every single day, you need to be building your email list. Every day. Look at me, guys. Okay. You want to be a fucking entrepreneur, you want to be fucking successful, build your email list. This should be your main priority. Okay. I know we're all hanging out in Facebook groups and it's super fun and we definitely love it. And it could be taken away literally at any point. The only tangible asset that you could be able to own in this is your email list. And I know everyone's like, your website. Guys, your website is only as good as the traffic that goes to it. Right? You get that, right? It does not matter if you have a really stellar website if no one's on it. Okay. Like it doesn't matter. So, really being able to own your contacts is everything. And the fastest and easiest way to do that is with a fucking email list. Okay, so I need to convince you and get you on board that an email list is the way to go because man, I needed some fucking convincing with this. And ironically enough, I've closed so many clients from email. I've made so much money from email. And I actually like writing emails, right? Now I still don't open my emails. I still don't really read emails from other people except for to funnel hack them because it's just not my preferred method of communication. And I know there's like a lot of people out there that are like, oh, like send me your email. I'm like, don't bother because I'm not gonna fucking open it. Like it's not gonna happen, right? Like I just don't do it. And some people are gonna be email resistant. But for the most part, you would be surprised about how many people open their email. So let's get some fucking parameters going here so I can tailor this training to you. How many people are on your email list? Tell me in the comments how many people you got there. How many people do you have on your email list? How long have you been building it? Tell me all the motherfucking things, okay? Because what we really need to be thinking about is getting to the bare minimum threshold, okay? The bare minimum threshold for your email list is 1,000 people. Okay, only 10% of digital entrepreneurs have more than 1,000 people on their list, which to me is fucking insane because I put 1,000 people on my list in 30 days. Okay. Like this is no big deal. It's super easy to do. And people make this into this big, like scary, hard thing. It's not. You just have to be an action taker because action takers fucking get results, right? Okay, so we just need to get into that action taking space. We need to know which actions to take in order to effectively build the email list. So we need to really kind of start where we're getting started. Okay, so what do we got? How many people do we have on the email list? And how did you get them? Okay, where did they come from? Where did the people on your email list come from? And I want to be clear that, you going and buying like trashy email lists and doing all of those things is not a good thing. Okay. Buying email lists full of people who don't fucking know, like, and trust you is not going to get you to where you want to go. Okay. That's something that you can do in scaling, like once you get to a point of scaling, but you need to build this core 1,000 people at least by yourself. Okay. You can go buy email lists later after you understand the email and after you understand what people are going through with this. Okay. But for the first 1,000, you need to build it so that you really understand the messaging, you really understand how to keep those subscribers, and you really get the open rates up, the click-through rates up, and so you start managing your email at a higher frequency. I know a couple of people had asked me earlier in the week what email software we use. We use ActiveCampaign and Go High Level. Okay, so some of our email, like our main nurture sequence, is all done through ActiveCampaign because that was before Go High Level existed, right? And then we, use some of our more targeted sequences like through the ads or through events that goes through Go High Level. So we actually have multiple email carriers and that's totally fine to do. But in the beginning, of course, you want to just start with one. Okay, so I see Jenny has 63, Shanna has 400. Let's see. Allie has 4,865. Good, good, good. Adam has 1,000 now. Yay, right? Okay, Nicole has 373, mostly within the last year. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're all, see, mom has 7,000. Yes. Okay, so we're all of the mind that we need to grow our email list, right? Okay, so let's put in place some really strategic elements of how we're going to do this. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand, why does somebody join an email list? Okay, why did you join an email list? Because you're on mine. Okay, so why did you join an email list? I want you to think about that. Everyone answer. Here's your free market research for the week. Okay, so why did you join any email list that you've joined? Okay, because the only reason that I join email lists is to receive like a freebie, to funnel hack, right? Or maybe to get access to something I couldn't get access to without the email. Okay. So why did you join the email list? So for me, it's access points. I'm not going to read your emails. I don't care what the fuck you have to say in email. I'm not going to open it. So I didn't join for, Teresa says that she joined for value. I don't join email lists for value because I'm not going to read your emails. Okay. Like I joined because you put a fucking gateway in front of something that I wanted right now, but I'm not going to open your future emails. So those things are not going to work for me. Right. Okay. Lead magnets to get something. Where's my discount code? Right? Insider strategies and secrets, exclusivity, FOMO, free shit. Good, good, good. Okay, Allie wanted the 100 wonderful ways. Ashley wanted to get a resource that would help in some way. Jenny, because they had something I wanted. Good, good, good. Okay, so these are the reasons why we join an email list. Now, why do you stay on an email list? Why don't you just get the thing that you fucking wanted to get your discount code and unsubscribe? Why do you stay on an email list? Because these are two different things, right? And one of the things about getting up to 1,000 or 10,000 people on your email list is really about retention. Because if you can get people on, but you can't fucking retain them, it's hard to get that number to go up, right? Because I actually wanted to see your offers. I've got to those stupid funnel hacking email lists, so I'm sick of them. Yeah, maybe I will never buy because I don't see anything I want or need, but at least I'm interested. Yep. Too lazy to unsubscribe for sure. That's definitely a thing, right? It's like the unsubscribe like requires some effort, and so people don't do it. I stay on an email list if I actually like you and might buy from you. Good. Takes time to unsubscribe. Too lazy to opt out. Yeah, laziness working in our favor here. I stay for the reminders of the other deals just in case I want to buy. Okay, so these are the reasons why people stay on email lists. So that means you got to think about what you're going to put into your emails so that people retain. Now, I know today we're really, really going to be talking about building and how to build this list, but I'm going to put this little seed right into your head. Okay. If you're not proud of, if you don't really love your nurture sequence that you've built for your email, do you think that you're really going to want to put more people on your email list? I mean, you got to think about that, right? Is like if you kind of feel like your emails suck, if you kind of feel like, oh, nobody wants to hear what I have to say, or everything that's in my email list is just not very, it's not very good. Like I'm not proud of this. If you're not proud of what you're putting out in your forever nurture sequence, if you're not proud of your campaign emails, then you're probably not going to build as effectively as you could because you're going to feel some resistance. It's a bit like if you have like a dirty house, okay? If your house is super dirty and like it's like really in the space like of like being fucking filthy, okay? Do you want to invite people over? Like, no, right? Because your house isn't clean. And so if your house isn't clean and you're not proud of your decor and it doesn't smell good, then you don't want to have a party, right? This is the same. If your nurture sequence isn't clean, if it's not something that's beautiful and aesthetic and that you totally love, then yeah, you're probably not going to want to build your email list. So there's a very key component in the desire of this that you have to desire to build the email list. If you don't desire to build it, then none of the strategies that I'm going to give you matter. And that's why we're always talking about combining mindset with strategy into the actionable steps. Because if you don't want to do something, then it doesn't matter how good your strategy is because you're not going to take action and fucking do it, right? So we need to align those three key pieces. So you want to make sure that your nurture sequence is something that you're really proud of, that you definitely want people to see, okay? You want to have that very aesthetically pleasing house. And when you do, then you're going to have more people on your email list and those people are going to stay, which means that you're going to see that number go up and up and up and up and up, which in itself is extremely incentivizing, right? When you can see the number climbing, that's going to be something that's going to help you to want to build because, of course, we're inviting and activating more of the same, right? When we see the list jump 100 people, we're like, oh, yes, it's totally working. And then we want to do more and more and more because we see the progress. When we don't see progress, this can sometimes make it so that we don't want to do any more of the work, right? And so it's really tapping into that desire piece first. We got to get our mindset on board. So tell me, how do you feel about the content that you're sending out in your emails right now? How does that feel for you? Scale of 1 to 10, how good is that shit? Do you feel solid in this? Okay. The nurture sequence is where I need to focus. No, because I feel like I don't have a nurture sequence. I feel like I would just be making it up. Yes, I want my nurture sequence to feel so cozy. Yeah. Started to feel what content? Fart noise. That scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, fart noise. Okay. What's the emoji for that? All right. So these are things that you guys got to put in place. Okay. You got to put this in place. And inside of Money Making Unicorns today, we're going to this is my monthly membership, my strategy-based monthly membership. We're going to be talking about what to put into your email, and a very common mistake that a lot of people are making is that inside of their email, they're actually building delivery sequences instead of sales sequences, which fucks you. Okay, so we're going to talk about that inside of Money Making Unicorns. But this is something that I want you to plant the seeds in your head is that, oh my God, it would be so much easier to build my email list if I actually loved what the fuck I was sending out. Okay, so this is something that you got to get very clean and clear on. We're going to work on that inside of Money Making Unicorns today. Okay, so now let's get into the tactile pieces of we got the mindset. Now let's get the strategy on board of how you build your list. Okay, so number one is by growing Facebook groups. Okay, so when you grow a Facebook group like the one that you're in right now, okay, what do we do when you come in the door? We ask you for your fucking email. So you want to come into this group. Why do you want to come into this group? Well, because you want client attraction secrets and you want to come in here and you want to promote your offers, right? And you can absolutely do that. So in order to gain access to the group, we ask you, now we don't demand and we don't require, but we do ask you for your email. It's amazing what you can get if you ask, right? The first step in receiving is asking. So we ask people as they come into the Facebook group for their email. This helps us to generate tons of emails. We get so many people on the list just from growing the Facebook group, right? We grow this group by about, I don't know, we're not actively like super pushing it right now. So we're growing like about 100 people, 200 people a week, right? So as people are coming in the door, not everybody leaves their email, but let's just say that half of them do. So if we get 50%, then we get 50 or 100 emails every single week just from growing the group. Okay, so two birds, one stone. Do you have a Facebook group? If you have a Facebook group, you want to make sure that one of those three questions when people are joining the group is you asking them for their fucking email, okay? And we want to do this with a little bit of an incentive, right? Is like, hey, if you give me your email, I'll send you this thing. And so when we have that trade-off, people want to give the email and it's not obligatory. It feels like a desire point. We're like, oh, yeah, I want to give you my email because I want to get this thing, okay? So give them a little gift as they join the group in exchange for their email. Okay, that is a fantastic way to do that. And that is how I got a lot of people, probably half-ish, half of those 1,000 people, about 500 probably came from just joining the Facebook group because back then I was really pushing growing the Facebook group. So I was growing the group by like 100 people a fucking day, right? It was crazy in here. It was fucking mayhem in the beginning. So Facebook groups, okay? Then we want to move over to the thought process of lead magnets. Okay, so you want to have a really amazing, very sexy, very juicy lead magnet that people absolutely desire and are willing to give over their email for them. Okay, now I will tell you though, it doesn't matter how great your fucking lead magnet is if you're not driving traffic to it. So, where do the people come from to go to your lead magnet? I mean, the simple answer here is from your Facebook profile, your Instagram profile, your TikTok profile, Facebook groups, LinkedIn. So, in short, fucking social media, okay? Social media is the fastest way to grow your fucking email list because there's all of these free people floating around doing nothing, scrolling all day who want what the fuck you have, right? When you have a very juicy lead magnet set up. So we used the 100 Wonderful Ways, okay? We still use that. We're still talking about it today, right? 4 years later. But I built the 100 Wonderful Ways to get more and better clients. I built that 4.5 years ago. Okay. 4.5 years ago, I built that. That was my very first lead magnet and was a huge contributing factor to how so many people got onto my email list so fucking fast because people were like, 100 wonderful ways to get more and better clients. Fuck yes, I want this. Right. But I was actively out there driving traffic to it in Facebook groups using content that crushes. Okay. If you don't know what content that crushes is, this is my 5 pieces of algorithm hacking piece content that you can put into your personal page. You can use it in stories. You can use it in other Facebook groups. Extremely versatile because it's not a fucking template. Okay. It's not a fucking template. It's a formula. And it's a formula that's withstood the test of time. Okay. Because I've been using this shit for 5 years. I've been using content that crushes and we haven't seen attrition. We haven't seen it like work less, right? Because it's not a pop and fizzle trend. It's not a fucking template. It's a foundational learning tool that shows you exactly how to market using the art of transformational storytelling. Okay, so content that crushes is an extremely essential piece of success in order to build your email list because you're taking all of this data that Zuckerberg has given you, right? All of the TikTok people, all of the Instagram people, and you are funneling them into your email list. So it's really tapping into that frequency of understanding how to use social media to move it to the list. So when we're using content that crushes, we have these 5 algorithm hacking pieces of content. We're driving traffic to the lead magnet. Okay, remember that the lead magnet is free, right? It's free. It only costs your email. That's what they're investing. They're investing their email to do this. And then the first email that they receive is the deliverable of whatever your lead magnet is. And when you do that, that strengthens your email list because as they get onto your email, they go and open an email from you, right? And so that immediately creates that awareness. That immediately tells the software, it's like, oh, she wants emails from this person. So that means that you're going to receive more of the emails and that delivery rate will be higher if you can get them to open the email immediately. Does this make sense? Right? Are we following along? Okay. So we need a very sexy, very juicy lead magnet. Yes. Okay. So we want to be able to use traffic driving strategies to get it where we want to go. Yes. Okay. And so we want to use those traffic driving strategies on social media, on all of those different platforms to build up that email list. Now, it's very important that you sell people what they want, not what they need. Okay, which is what you tend to do. I see you guys as fucking lead magnets all the times, and you guys are like always selling the methodology. You're always selling what people need instead of selling what the fuck they want. Just give the people what they want. Okay, give them what they want. When we sell with this place of desire, because it is selling even though it's free, because they are investing. They are investing their email, right? And so we really want to tap into that energy of desire. We want to have a very sexy title and we want to be able to drive traffic to it from lots of different angles. So here's a little hack for you, okay? A little unicorn hack is that I want you to look at your lead magnet and I want you to write down 25 different pieces of ROI. Okay, return on investment when they get into this lead magnet. What are 25 different things that they're going to receive? I want you to write those things down because those are all of the angles that you're going to use for content that crushes. So you can start putting all of this content out, your personal page, your stories, Facebook groups, etc. But you're going to have it from all different angles instead of what I see most of you guys doing, which is selling the same angle over and over and over again. And you sound like a fucking broken robot, okay? You're just animatronic of yourself repeating the same shit over and over again, which one doesn't feel good to you. 2, doesn't feel good to your audience. 3, doesn't fucking build the email list, okay? It doesn't do it fast. So I want you to write out all of those bits of ROI. Okay. Now, Here's another sneaky little unicorn hack that you can do is that you can leverage other people's audiences. Okay. So who here's ever gone on a podcast? Raise your hand. Have you ever gone on a podcast? Okay. Have you ever been a guest at a summit? Have you ever been a guest in somebody else's Facebook group, maybe for an interview or a little expose? If you've ever been a guest anywhere else, someone else is giving you access to their audience. And this is one of the ways that I build and still to this day build my list is that I take the 100 wonderful ways, okay, my sexiest, juiciest lead magnet, and I go into other people's audiences. I'm a guest on somebody else's fucking podcast, right? And so I go onto their podcast, and what do? I give the lead magnet to the audience. Okay, so now I'm building lists from other people's audiences, which is fucking fantastic because everybody wants that 100 wonderful ways. They opt in. And so now my list is building from kind of external sources, not people who are already in my world, which means that my email list is going to be even healthier because it's not just, my mom and my sister. Okay, it's people that are outside of my world coming my direction. So anytime you have the ability or the opportunity to get in front of somebody else's audience and drive traffic from that, that's a really great thing to do with a very sexy lead magnet so that people are coming in from external sources. Okay. That's also going to help you to close clients that are outside of your world and bring them into your Facebook group, onto your Instagram, into your TikTok, and you can start collateralizing those different audiences. Does that make sense? Okay. So as you go and you're being a guest, don't waste that fucking opportunity. Bring your free gift and make sure that you give a result-driven CTA to get people to come and join that email list. Does this make sense? Yes? Are we following along? Okay, here's another fun thing that you can do. Okay, so you have some friends, right? You have some business besties, you have some unicorn siblings running around. Okay, so they have email lists too. Okay, so you guys all have email lists, so you can share those members. So I want you to think about this is that maybe you go and you meet with, for all my non-stoppers, a Fox and Hound partner. Okay, so somebody that has the same target market as you, but sells something completely different. Okay, so those people can be on your list and your people can be on their list. And so this is something that you can do intentionally is do an email swap. Okay, so maybe if you, I have a whole bunch of like female entrepreneurs. Okay, and obviously what I sell is get client offers. That's what I sell is I help you to elevate your money mindset. I help you to elevate your strategies. I help you to take more action so that you can get more clients, right? But those female entrepreneurs also, a lot of them are very interested in their health. They're very health conscious people. Okay. And so if I had a health coach, maybe that I was working with, that I was getting really great results with, and I'm like, hey, I'll send an email out to my list talking about how amazing it's been to work with you, right? If you send an email out to your list talking about how amazing it's been to work with me, okay? So you can create that email swap, and so then you can trade off, right? So she can take all, like this health coach can go and rep the 100 wonderful ways and say, hey, my business coach is really helping me on all of this. Like I know that not everybody on my list is an entrepreneur, but if you want to unlock limitless revenue streams and get more clients, like you should work with my coach. And then that health coach can endorse me, and then I will endorse her, and then we can send out emails to our own lists endorsing this person and cross collateralize those lists, and both of our lists can blow up from doing this. Okay. So imagine if you were doing that with one person a month. Okay, one person a month you're creating this relationship with and then swapping it over. Yes? Okay, so now you do this 12 times a year. We're going to get some more emails churning from different lists. Okay, so we really want to be able to dive into that next frequency and allow ourselves to build our lists in very creative ways. I'm about to head over to Money Making Unicorns and we're going to talk about what you should be specifically posting inside of the or writing inside of those emails so that people stay on your motherfucking email list. Okay, so if you don't have content that crushes yet, raise your hand, drop a unicorn in the comments, okay? And we'll have the team send over content that crushes. Guys, it's just $7. It's an absolute no-brainer. It's the exact same content strategy that I teach to my $10,000 client attraction program clients. Okay. So you need these 5 algorithm hacking pieces of content to start building your fucking email list. It's the fastest way to fucking do it. And it's so much easier than you think it is when you have the right fucking strategy. These 5 algorithm hacking pieces of content have withstood this test of time for 5 years. No pop and fizzle fucking trends. Okay. So you can dive right into content that crushes, immediately start doing this. And as a bonus, When you go through Content That Crushes, you complete it, you'll get to the end, and then it's going to give you the option to take your Wonder Vow. And the Wonder Vow is something that's very special inside of this group, unique to this world. Inside of Wonder World, you can just come in here and post. So you don't have to wait in the queue, right? So everyone who's gone through Content That Crushes can take their Wonder Vow and immediately start posting inside of this Facebook group with over 31,000 entrepreneurs that you can promote and build your list from. Okay. Build your list from my audience. Totally fine. I absolutely encourage you to do this. All you have to do is pay $7 one time for Content That Crushes. Take the course, take your Wonder Vow, and then you can post and build your list from here anytime you fucking want, okay? Because I'm actively building this Facebook group every fucking day, right? So I'm filtering people through to you that can definitely join onto your email list. And I very much stand for abundance, right? That frequency of abundance. There's enough to go around. We don't have to be in scarcity mindset like so many of these fucking Facebook group owners. We don't need to be in that admin scarcity mindset. Everybody can have more and better clients. Okay, so let's tap into that frequency. Drop those unicorns in the comments. We'll send you over Content That Crushes. I can see that Laura is here asking about money making unicorns. Hey, that is also, an upsell on top of Content That Crushes. So when you get Content That Crushes, it will also offer you to become a money-making unicorn. Okay, but we can send you that direct link over there. So we'll grab somebody from the Wonder team and send you the direct link so that you can join that. But it's just $47 a month. You receive a weekly training along with daily touch points to help you, as you might have guessed, to make more money. It's all strategy based. We don't dive into the mindset stuff. We don't dive into those deeper levels of energetics. That's all inside of Nonstop Notifications. But you will get some strategy tips and you will be able to really start taking action on those little things so that you can move your business in the right direction, break out of that 9 to 5 behavior pattern, and really become a solid entrepreneur. All right, guys, we'll see you over in Money Making Unicorns for all of the people joining with me. And everybody else, we'll see you next Tuesday for the next episode of the 100 Wonderful Ways to Get More and Better Clients.